Hello everybody and welcome. We're in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 checking out a mod off of flightsim.to. This is a free mod. It is the B-24 Liberator. This is a pretty good mod. It is done by Cobra MX, but it's also a repackage of a flight replicas version of the B-24 from FSX. This is a really nice looking plane. It actually has a lot of cool features. For being a free mod, this thing works and sounds really well. I know the ratings or the reviews on it on flightsim.to have it at a 4.77, which is superb, and it has nearly 5,000 downloads, which in my mind, that puts it at, well, it's a very, very good mod. We're going to go through the startup. We're going to do a quick flight. I think this plane is worth flying actually pretty often. And so I actually recommend getting this. So let's go ahead and jump in the cockpit and we can get started. But yeah, the outside textures, they look pretty good. For a free mod, it looks pretty decent. But let's go ahead and jump inside. We've gone ahead and transitioned to the cockpit of the B-24 Liberator. And I have to say, it looks really good for being a free mod. Even comes with a tablet, which we'll go over here in a second. But not all of the buttons are clickable. Like this is, I believe, your autopilot like panel, but it's not clickable. But everything else that is necessary is clickable. So, but let's go ahead and power her on. So the battery is located over here. Battery alternator is on. Here's your magnetos as well, is right here. So there's 4 of them since there's 4 engines. We're gonna go to both, and both. There's both. All right, that's done. Let's go ahead and come down here. We're going to move the camera back over after resetting it for a second. Mixture, we're going to bring it up. I don't have a mixture knob on my joystick, so we're just going to rough it right there. We're going to crack the throttle just a tiny bit. And we're also going to, we're going to have to bring the camera over a little bit more. Oh, wrong one. There we go. There we go. Bring it dead over like that. Let's go ahead and fuel pump. Oh, we're going to move these back down. Fuel pumps are on. You can see that they're going active right there. So we're bringing this back up. Everything looks good. We're going to open the cowl flaps. So when you come out here, there they are. Props we're gonna bring up. Come on. Bring those up to 100%. Bring that throttle back down. Let's reset that. Yeah, there we go. Crack that again, and then we're going to start it up. Now, the sound of the actual starter doesn't sound the greatest, but like I said, it's a free mod. This is still not bad. So, engine 1 is on. I do like the sound, though. The sound of the engine sounds, I'd say, pretty good for being free as well. So the engine started up really fast. So all 4 are on now. I will say the audio, the engine sounds pretty good. Let's go ahead and also, these are your landing lights are on. Where are, there they are. Wing lights, logo lights, and navigation lights. Flaps are right there, your parking brake or landing gears there, and then your parking brakes right there. So all your necessary stuff are clickable. But overall, the plane is fun to fly. So over here to the tablet. So here's your bomb bay doors. We're going to open those up right now. So the doors fold up, or not fold up, but they slide up. So they're sliding doors. Then you have the lower ball, which we cannot lower right now. So the plane is too low to the ground for the actual lower ball to come out. So once that Once we get in the air, I'll pop that out. And then also you have your waist gunners, which is back here. There's a lot of cool features with this free mod. So let's go ahead and close that for takeoff. So we have home, which gives you this. This is the B-24J. The map. So autopilot doesn't work, like I said right there, but the tablet has its own version of autopilot. So you can still do some decent flights with this. We're gonna go back to this mode. Remember, you can add the chocks. So the chocks weren't there, now they are. Let's go ahead and remove them. And we're ready for taxi. So let's go ahead and go. So we're taking off in Hawaii, and we're going to go on the other side of the island that has Honolulu. Brakes are disengaged, and let's go. But yeah, this plane's not bad, but we'll see you guys on the runway. All right, we're moving on to the actual runway strip itself. Now the nose steering on this is very, very tight. It's not as easy to steer this thing on the tarmac as your more modern aircrafts. This thing, it takes some wide turns. But we're now on the runway. Let's go ahead and configure for takeoff with flaps. Flaps are down. Let's go ahead and full power. All right. We're at 100 miles an hour. And let's go ahead and lift the nose. Rotating. And we're up. Gears going up. This is a pretty cool plane. I really like this. So World War II bombers like the B-24, the B-25, the B-17. I love those planes. Those are iconic. Those are like legends of the sky. The camera's just not really working with me right here. Yeah, those are the legends, in my opinion, of the sky. I know there were other bombers, but those are like the three absolute favorites of mine. Let's pull back the power a little bit. Let's go ahead and pull up our landing lights. Landing lights are in. There's Honolulu over there. Now I am considering doing a longer long haul flight with this thing because it's just fun. It is fun. So let's go ahead and lower the ball. Ball is being lowered. So let's come down here. You can see it moving. Now it takes it a little bit of time. There it is. It is out and it'll angle itself. In a moment, there it is. Let's go ahead and open up the side doors for the waist gunners. So you have a tail gunner, you have a ventral gunner, you have side gunners, you have a dorsal gunner, and then a forward gunner. And then I believe this is an observation for bomb dropping, I believe. So we are moving at about what? 150 miles an hour. And we're climbing still. So there's an airport on the other side of this mountain ridge that we're going to be going to. we're gonna see if we can land this. I don't do a lot of video landing because I'm horrible at landing planes, but we're gonna see what we can do with this aircraft. I feel like I can do a decent job. But yeah, like I said, the link for this aircraft will be in the description below. Now, there are some fun information about this aircraft. So there are 4 engines. These engines are a Pratt & Whitney R1830 twin Wasps. Each engine puts out a roughly 1,200 horsepower at 2,700 RPMs on takeoff. So yeah, this thing is pretty powerful. Another crazy thing is that this bomber was the most produced bomber in history, with 18,000 units that was constructed. I should actually clarify. It's the most produced heavy bomber in the world. She's a beautiful bird though, and for being a free mod, it's pretty good. This is the airstrip we're going to right here. Oh, I just realized my flaps are still down, which we're going to be putting them down even further in here in a moment. So it's not a big deal. But I found the airstrip we're going to. We're going to reduce power. We're going to pull in the cow flaps. You know what? Right there is good enough. Oh, that's another thing too. You can actually open up these shades. Get all kinds of light. Shades in here is really good, the shading effect. So when you open that up, you do get more lighting. It's really, really, really good. But let's go ahead and get ready for landing. Full flaps. Let's go ahead and bring up the lower ball. And we'll close the side doors. Prepare for landing. And we're gonna go full flaps already. And gear down. Go idle. Because we are coming on a bad approach again. It seems to be a running trend with myself, but you know what? The gear down, the flaps down, should build up enough drag to help us out. We're not building up speed, we're actually maintaining 150 miles an hour. Once we level off for the landing, it should slow down dramatically. We are picking up speed a little bit. All right, let's come in for this nice. It's gonna be a beautiful landing, even though we're coming in at a kind of a nosedive. Flaps are all the way down. Well, this may not be that great of a landing as I thought it was, but let's see if we can salvage something out of it. We're kind of off to the left here. Let's go back more to the right. We are slowing down. $100 miles an hour. Can we get down to that? Oh, maybe we will pull something off. Yep, we're about to hit 100 miles an hour. And we're down. And the nose is down as well now. That wasn't horrible. That wasn't actually all that bad. Let's go ahead and put the brakes on. All right. We've touched down. Not a bad landing. It really doesn't need a lot of runway to take off. Of course, though, when you have 4 1200 horse engines, it doesn't take much to get into the air. Let's go ahead and do a U-turn. We're going to take back off and then end the flight. Or end the video. Not end the flight in midair. That would be kind of weird. Come on. This thing does not want to take a turn very well. Are we going to have enough runway to take off is the question now. Flaps back up to takeoff. Let's see what the short runway takeoff speed is. We're at 100. I think we'll be able to clear the before the end of the runway. And lift the nose. And we're up. So the U.S. Navy and the United States Air Force both used this aircraft, as well as the Royal Air Force and also the Royal Australian Air Force. All right, so we're back up in the air. This plane's fun. All right, flaps down or flaps up. It's a beautiful aircraft. Recommend getting it, especially it's free. So we're gonna end it here, and I hope to see you in the next video. Later.